All right, good evening, everyone. Again from Game Show, Surat. So, Optics Part 2 and Squint. I'm ready for solving the 10 questions of today's quiz. Hmm? Yeah. Okay, the first question is in optics. The patient is having -4 diopter sphere, means he's a myope. And there is no astigmatism, so only spherical. Spherical means all the axes have same -4 diopter. And usually we take only two axes, that is vertical, horizontal. So both have -4. Now, if retinoscopy was done from 1 meter distance and cyclogia was not added, where will be reflex seen to move in the first step? So you should know the steps of retinoscopy. There are three steps: neutralization of reflex, distance correction, cyclogia correction. Then you give the prescription of glasses. So here it is given already. It is -4 diopter after all the three steps. Cyclogia is not given. Distance given 1 meter. So doing the retinoscopy, you subtract the distance cyclogia. But you are going in reverse direction now. You have to find the direction of reflex. So when you go from the prescription of glass, that is -4 diopter, you will add the distance and cyclogen now. So 1 meter distance is converted to diopter, that is 1 diopter. Just reverse it. So it becomes -3 diopter in both axes because it is only -4 diopter spherical. So -3 diopter means that when the reflex goes, why do you add minus? Because reflex might be going against the moment that you add minus. This you have to learn. There is a thing which I explain in the class why the reflex goes against the moment you add minus, why it goes with the moment you add plus. When it does not move, it is neutralized already. So here -4 diopter sphere was in both axes. You add the distance now because you have to go to find the neutralization reflex. So it will be -3 in both axes. Minus means you add minus when the reflex goes against the moment. Answer should be against the moment in both axes. Now right lateral rectus muscle. Right lateral rectus muscle, not yoke, sorry, not yoke, sorry, it's a yoke muscle, Y-O-K-E. Yoke muscle of right lateral rectus. Yoke is on the other side. See, right LR is working in dextroversion. So right LR and corresponding left medial rectus is working in dextroversion. That is Herring's law of equal innervation. So left medial rectus will be the answer of this. If I ask right lateral rectus antagonist, that is Sherrington law, then the answer is right middle rectus antagonist. Now, when a synergistic muscle is asked, synergistic muscle of superior rectus, superior's theoretical action is elevation, superiors are in tortus, intorsion, and rectus are adductors, adduction. Here it is asked, what is the synergistic, which is the muscle which is synergistic action of elevation of SR? Means which is the other muscle which causes elevation? So which are the two elevators? One is SR and one is IIO. IO is the answer of this. That is a synergy. Both are causing elevation. Inferior oblique is like this. If you pull the inferior oblique, the eyeball is going up. It causes extorsion, elevation, and abduction. So IO is the answer of synergistic action of SR. Now antagonist of right LR. Antagonist means Sherrington law. Right LR works. So right MR gives less innervation, gets less innervation. That is the antagonist of right lateral rectus. Right MR. Which law? Sherrington law works only in one eye at a time. So right LR antagonist is right MR. That is why if right LR palsy is there, right MR is overacting. That is Sherrington law. That's why there is esotropia, right? Esotropia because of right MR overaction. Now, I told you I'll ask this question today. Now, best corrected vision is after wearing spectacles. Patient is having -6 diopter spherical in the right eye and -1 diopter spherical in the left eye. Anisometropia means difference of refractive error. So it has anisometropy, yes. But best corrected vision of the right eye is also not improving with -6. Left eye is 6 perfect. Means there is anisometropia, and because of anisometropia, the parents of the child might not have given the spectacles on time within 8 years. Functional development is 8 years. That's why the right eye become lazy. And that lazy is known as amblyopia. Here there is amblyopia due to anisometropia. So only anisometropia is not the answer. There is an isometropic amblyopia in which eye? The right eye. Right eye is lazy. And what should be the treatment? Always in amblyopia, you have to do best corrected vision. Only after that you can tell it's amblyopia or not. Vision has to be less than amblyopia. So if the vision was 6.6 with -6, 6.6 with -1, then the answer is only an isometropia. Means the parents have given spectacle on time, there is no amblyopia. But if the parents have not given spectacles on time, the left eye, he keeps on looking from the left eye, right eye become lazy. This is an isometropic amblyopia in the right eye. Spectacle correction to be done, and you want the right eye should work more. So occlude the left eye as soon as possible within 8 years. That's the treatment of amblyopia. Now levo depression means both eyes are going levo, means left and down. Levo depression. Which are the two muscles working? I hope you remember the cross from the class. Levo depression, left inferior rectus and right superior oblique are working. It is a type of version. Version means conjugate actions. So version, Herring's law apply, and right SO and left IR are working here. Because in the cross, if you remember from class, left IR and right SO are corresponding muscles. And this is a conjugate action, not non-conjugate. Non-conjugate is this: convergence, divergence. Vergences are non-conjugate. Versions, dextroversion, levoversion. Dextro elevation, dextro depression. Levo elevation, levo depression are conjugate actions, they are versions. So that is wrong. Now aphakia means there is no lens. You can give spectacles high power positional hypermetropia. So high power spectacles are given in aphakia, but ideal treatment is intraocular lens. But there is no posterior chamber. That cannot be done. Anterior chamber is better or scleral fixated? Anterior chamber is in front of iris. It can cause a complication. UGH, uveitis, glaucoma hyphema. So scleral fixated is behind the iris and fixed to the sclera because there are some holes in the haptics of the IOL. That is the ideal treatment of aphakia. Now superior oblique muscle. Superior oblique muscle is coming from the, this is my eyeball, right eyeball. Superior oblique muscle is coming from the medial orbit, body of sphenoid coming anteriorly and then turn posteriorly. So trochlea in the base is a functional origin of SO and it is going posteriorly. So I am pulling it. You have to pull the muscle towards the trochlea, towards the origin. So I am pulling it, the eyeball is going down. It causes depression. The primary action is intorsion. See, eyeball is rotating inside. Intorsion, depression and abduction. Or you can remember like this. These are theoretical actions. Theoretical means only SO is working in the eye. So superiors are intorters, recti are adductors, so obliques are abductors, and SO causes depression. IO causes elevation. So answer is adduction is not the answer theoretically of SO. Now what mistake many people must have done in this? When in retinoscope, you keep the retinoscopy streak vertical, you are not checking the vertical axis, you are checking the horizontal axis. -3 means, you tell me, -3 means the reflex might be going in which direction? Opposite direction. That's why you add minus. Means horizontal axis is -3 diopter. Now when you keep the retinoscopy horizontal, you are checking the vertical axis. That is neutralized by -2 means again in vertical it must be going in opposite direction. Means in the first step, this is only first step. Vertical -2, horizontal -3. Second step also you have to do now. Second step is distance correction. Now you have to subtract because you are doing retinoscopy. So you have to subtract 1 means 1 diopter. 1 meter retinoscopy value is 1 diopter. So here it was -2, here it is -3. So it will now become -3. Now this will become -4. And there is no cycloplegia. So -3, -4 means both the axes you are giving minus, means both the axes, the reflex might be focused in front of the retina. It is compound myopic astigmatism. So C and D cannot be the answer. Now which is more steeper? -3, -4. I told you yesterday also, -4 is more focused in front. That's why giving -4 to diverge. So -3 is more focused in front as compared to -3 means that cornea should be having more curvature, more steeper axis. And horizontal steeper is known as against the rule astigmatism. That is the answer of this question. And this is the primary gaze of the patient. The last question, right eye is looking straight, left eye is going inside. Means this is known as left manifest squint, left esotropia. If it's a paralytic squint, what is happening? The left LR must be paralyzed. That's why the left MR is overacting. Sherrington law determines the direction of squint, not Herring's law. That is the answer. That is false. That is the answer. But here, why it is 45 degrees of squint? If the reflex, Cornell Hirschberg reflex, is at the center, there is no degree of squint. When the reflex is at the pupil border, 15 degrees. Between the pupil and the limbus, 30 degrees. At the limbus, 45 degrees. So here it is at the limbus of 45 degrees. And they can ask you in prism diopters also, 1 degree equal to 2 prism diopters. So it can be 90 prism diopters here. 45 degrees equal to 90 prism diopters. And if you want to surgically correct cosmetically, what do you want to do? No, sorry, answer is this, of course, B. By mistake I pressed. So if you want to surgically correct, you have to bring the eye to the center. So what you can do? You can do tightening of LR. Tightening means resection, or loosening of MR. That is recession surgery. So here tightening LR resection can be done. That is also true. But this is Sherrington law, not Herring's law. That is the answer of this question. Sherrington law determines the direction of squint. If left LR is palsy, left MR is overacting. That is Sherrington law, not Herring's law. Alright, so that is the 10 questions. I hope many have done 10 out of 10. Good. One or two questions you might have a little bit of mistakes. So try to correct the mistake. That is the only thing of learning of this questions. And tomorrow, again, I'll give you some squint questions along with neuro ophthalmology. Alright, best of luck.